Zach Taylor.
I thought Zach Taylor's in Miami.
No, the Bengals. Oh, Brian Flores is the Dolphins.
Brian Flores, there you go. My bad. Yeah, I think so, right? Because they're slowly putting together a little nucleus. You just have to get Joey Burrow back, but I guess having one more year, anyways, Burrow's basically going to get a gap year. So you bring the coach back, let him develop the players around him, keep working with the quarterback. If it works, you have Burrow there working with him all year long, still picking up mental reps, getting that chemistry, and he comes back and everything's good. He'll probably get another top 10 pick. Or, if it's shitty and they're just getting blown out and not being competitive, even without their quarterback, then you just scrap it and you bring in a new quarterback to work with Burrow. It's kind of a win-win, honestly.
Oh, the big win-win. Izzy's trying to get in the chat. So, just an FYI.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Zoom into various problems.
Sorry, I'm just looking up 7 different things.
Oh, poor Pete.
Anyways, hi, Izzy.
Oh, man.
Is she there? Are you on mute?
What's up, guys?
What's up,
Hey,
Izzy? What's up, Robot Izzy?
Guys?
Good, how are you?
Good, late.
You're good.
It's a Monday. Sorry, I thought we were recording Thursday.
It's all right. We started a little bit early anyways.
Yeah, that Steelers game was ass.
But yeah.
I hate watching games and then my team loses. It feels like a waste of time.
Maybe that's why the Steelers started collapsing, because Izzy started rooting for them.
It kind of feels like that.
Paying the price for switching on your team mid-season.
Well, the Rams are not doing well either.
Yeah, how about those Rams losing to...
Well, that's a perfect segue. Yeah, man. Moving to the NFC, the Rams dropped a major L to the New York Football Jets. 0-11, 0-12?
0-13.
0-13. Jesus Christ.
Oh, now 1-13.
1-13. And they lost by they got a pretty thorough ass whooping. They fumbled out the goal line. Shit was a mess.
Yeah. I mean, it always sucks when you see a team really in danger, not winning at least one game in the NFL during the season that we see, twice with the Lions and the Browns a few years ago. But selfishly, I'm going to say it, and Pete, you're going to get mad. My fantasy team definitely benefited from that because I was playing against Jared Goff. I was playing against Cam Aiken and the Los Angeles defense. So the guy who I beat, fuck you very much. Thank you, Jets.
Listen, $800 is on the line. That's enough for you to at least kick us down a bottle for the next in-house show. So I'm with it.
Here's the thing. The guy
talk about
playing
your
the
show.
Finals has Kyler Murray and Henry. And then two, the guy just had a kid on Friday. So if I lose to him, I'm not really complaining. The guy could use the money a little more than I could. But still.
Damn, you're only playing against two of the best individual players trying to will their way into the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to get my ass kicked, especially if I try to play Keenan Allen again. That got me 2 points last week, and I squealed by. But I said, the Rams flopping really made my semifinal.
It seems like Keenan Allen's that dude who's always like, oh, he's going to have a breakout week this week. And he gets 8 points, 10 points.
Well, he's been targeted more than anybody in the entire season, and I play a half-point PPR, so it works out if you get not for many yards. But he only played a handful of downs, and then he's just Herbert is literally just playing out his mind and just throwing to any receiver. That guy has an arm. He's got a great future ahead of him. It's just too bad he plays for the Chargers.
Yeah, man. So keeping in the NFC, we talked a little bit about it already. The NFC West, It's still one of the best divisions. You know, you got the Rams, who we talked about are trending a little bit down. Seahawks have been treading water. And now those Cardinals, they've just been slowly been competitive all year long. And they're really only, 2 games back?
Yeah. I'm also going to live to regret not drafting DeAndre Hopkins.
He had another great catch this past week.
Yeah, like 168 receiving yards or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, that game was awesome because he have 2 Oklahoma University quarterbacks going back at it, and Jalen Hurts really had a game.
And they both had over 400 yards total and like 4 touchdowns.
The pride of the Big 12, even though, you know, Oklahoma definitely cheated against Iowa State, but that's a whole nother story.
You can't ride the roller coaster game?
You are only this tall. I'm pretty sure you probably shouldn't get measured at the Senior Bowl game.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, which I should have said a few moments ago, but I feel like the Jets are probably the best 1-13 team ever. Like, because they've actually been competitive. I mean, like, they'll be good for a half and then just get the dog shit beat out of them or get the dog shit beat out of them and then fight back. And Quentin Williams is a beast.
Quentin Williams was having a stellar game before he got taken out. He was just tearing it all over. I mean, this guy could, I think, give him a couple more years, he could probably start giving some competition to Aaron Donald for one of the best defensive linemen in the league.
Definitely.
I mean, if it weren't for
New York might fuck it up somehow.
I mean, it's New York.
Sheldon Richardson,
Muhammad Wilkerson,
Damon
Harrison.
They ruined big men. New York ruins big men. The Knicks, the Nets. Yeah.
It's an Eddie Curry curse. It's the curse of Eddie Curry.
Eddie Curry. The curse of shit. Did Michael Olakandi play for the Knicks after he got cut by the Clippers?
I have no idea.
He might have.
Wait, so Eric, are the Bears done as far as the playoffs?
No, since we won this weekend, we are basically waiting for Arizona to lose. This next week, when we have to kind of win out. So next week we play Jacksonville, which should be a win, but then we have to play Green Bay in week 17, and then the Cardinals have both divisional games. They have, I think they have the Seahawks this weekend, and then they have the Rams in week 17. So we're basically, I was really rooting for Philadelphia for the first time in my life to actually win this weekend. So, but it's an uphill battle. I think we can win at least one of the next 2 games, but we really need Arizona to lose the next 2 games.
Yeah, so I think the weird thing is, like, obviously in the COVID year, but it's like, I don't know. The NFC is just not as good as I thought it would be.
I mean, the NFC has some talent, but like it's not where you expect it. I mean, with the Saints coming back, I mean, who knows? I don't think Drew Brees should have been playing this weekend.
I feel like Drew
Brees was
like outside of the Titans. Well, between the Titans, the Bills, and the Chiefs, I feel like, and even the Colts, like those teams are playing like their best right now. Versus I look at the NFC and it's like everyone's just kind of like, eh.
Yeah. I mean, you almost had Tom Brady. I mean, Tampa Bay came back from Atlanta, but that's just what Atlanta does. They let big comebacks come.
Bro, they lost like a solid 6 games with 2 double-digit leads. Like, that's ridiculous.
I mean, without the NFC West, who are you really scared of in the NFC? I mean, Green Bay. Green Bay is just making it look easy. I just don't think they've been challenged as hard as they really could be.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's the same thing with all those teams. It's like, between it's like, yeah, the Rams, the Buccaneers, like, you know, those teams could be good. The Seahawks, like the Saints, the Packers, all those teams, they could play really well, but they're also good for a dud.
Yeah.
So it's just going to depend on who has to play in the cold and, you know, steps up to it and who can get hot. That's why I think you got to look at a team like the Seahawks and the team like the Saints, teams that have been there before, and also a Cardinals team that's just hungry and gritty.
I mean, with you being saying like that, I mean, Bears may even have a chance, but the thing is, it's like Bears. Unfortunately, it's like when their offense is going, which it has been the last 3 weeks, the defense hasn't, and the defense has been giving up a lot. And we were it was opposite way around the beginning of the year. Then we had, you know, a weird middle of the season, and then all of a sudden now you not let Matt Nagy call the calls, and then let Montgomery run the ball and give him the rock. Gave him the rock 32 times this week, and they had 145 yards. So it's anybody in the NFC. I'll be honest.
And it's funny because the Packers and the Titans play next week, which is kind of huge because it's my fantasy football championship, but I'm worried.
I really think Tennessee is going to take that because they're just a little more well-rounded, and I don't think the Packers have been challenged hard enough on defense. I think their offense will get some points, but at the same time, they didn't really have that great of an offensive game this week against Carolina, who had, 5 sacks against Aaron Rodgers?
Carolina has a good defense, though.
Yeah.
But I trust Aaron Rodgers over Ryan Tannehill. And if you stop Derrick Henry, you can shut down those receivers.
Do you think Green Bay has a defense that could shut down Derrick Henry?
They have a pass rush and big corners, fast corners.
They have fast, athletic, capable corners, but if they're not on their assignments, they're going to get beat all game. That's the biggest issue with them is that, like, Kevin King has the look and the build and the pedigree and the size and all that of an all-pro corner. He doesn't always play like one. Darnell Savage is coming on, though, as a great ball-hawking safety, like a Bob Sanders type player. And you got Rashawn Gary, like you got the Smith brothers. Like the Packers' defenses they're not slouches.
No, but they're not elite.
Aaron Jones can run the ball. Like people forget that. Like Aaron Jones put that game away with that big run against the Panthers. So the Packers are incredibly well rounded. It's just you don't want Aaron Rodgers to have the ball last because you're probably going to lose.
Yeah, so,
you gotta end the game early.
Yeah, you don't want to get. You could even giving Aaron Rodgers a Hail Mary at the end of the game is a possibility for the Packers to win.
I wouldn't even give him a Hail Mary at the end of the half. You don't even want to give the Packers offense hope.
Yeah.
All right, other news this week, the Panthers fired their GM. He's already rumored to be going to Washington to sit beside Ron Rivera should they want to add a GM there. Any other thoughts on that?
I don't see Ron Rivera as the long-term answer in Washington, so...
Because of his age or his illness or...
No, his cancer's in remission. But I just don't think he's a long-term fit there.
I don't know. I'm seeing Washington actually put things around.
It seems like they're responding to him, yeah.
You know, like...
the opposite of the enemy, I'd say look at Washington. They have a defense. They have a generational talent on that defensive line. All you got to do is fix the offense.
And the offense is showing some light, you know. You got McScorin actually emerging. You have their tight end Logan Thomas. That guy is almost catching everything that's being thrown his way. He has only 2 targets in the last 2 weeks that he didn't catch and he's had over 200 yards and a touchdown in the last couple of weeks. I mean, that tight end, he is emerging.
Yeah, plus Antonio Gibson is hurt.
Yeah.
Still got backs who are good. You got Gibson, you got McLaurin, that receiver.
I mean,
like the Washington team has pieces. They need leadership, And I think if they're going to go any further, and if Haskins is going to grow and develop, I would rather put a guy